Today we are going to do a very nice artistic painting effect. Hello my friends, and let's get started. So originally I started with a photograph which is looking like this, and we will turn this into this really cool looking painting. And it's very easy to follow. So the first thing you want to do or want to make sure is that the picture has the same size as the canvas or the same height. As you can see, mine is bigger. There's a very easy trick to do that. Select the layer, right click it and click on rasterize. And you can see it will resize it to the exact same size as the canvas. There's a little bit extra here because I want to make it 16:9. We will do that at the end, also very easy. The next thing we want to do is duplicate it. Duplicate the layer, and then with the layer selected, go up to filters, to distort, and then to displace. We will abuse the displace filter for our cool artistic effect. So click on load map from layers beneath. And you can see if now you move around the sliders, it gives this kind of very strange frozen effect. And we will use just a little bit of it because it looks like a painting. So I will set mine to 35 pixel. And it depends on how big the resolution of your picture is. Let's apply this. And you can already see we have a very nice painting effect now over the image. To make this a little bit softer because it looks very rough, click on Effects, click on Gaussian Blur, and blur it a little bit. Not too much, just a bit, so it looks like an oil painting. Like this is good enough. I want to have more structure in my picture to make it even more look like a painting. So what I did was download a texture from the internet. I go to File, Place, and I will link this file in the video description, and we will place this over the picture. As you can see, this is just a texture of some kind of painting, black and white painting. And this will give us more structure in our picture. So I will place this here and then drag it in the middle between the two layers we had before. And I will set the upper layer that we just put the effect on to the blend mode glow, like this. Looks much too extreme, don't worry. The next thing we are going to do is click on the lower layer with our texture, click on adjustments, and then click on curves. There we go. Now drag the curves adjustment onto your texture layer so it looks like this, and then pull down the right side and pull up the middle side to a degree where you think, okay, this looks good with the face and with the values in the face. The reason why we pull down the right side is so even the white areas of our background textures have a gray value. You can even move this in to give it more of a gray value. There we go. So this looks pretty nice. You can see we have some kind of brush strokes now over our face. So this gives us even more of a painting look. The next thing we want to do is the colors look too photo-like, too realistic, so it doesn't look like a painting. So we will click on the upper layer and create two adjustment layers. Click one adjustment layer and set it to color balance. And this will help us create some colors that don't look too exact and they look more like a painting. For example, like this. You see, this looks much more like a painting would, because the painting colors are the artistic impression, so it's kind of off from the original look. The second one we're going to do is a gradient map. So click again on adjustment layers, gradient map, and I will pull this below the color balance. And now I will set the left of these 3 points, the left one, to a orange, a dark orange, like this. The middle one we also set to a dark orange, a little bit of a different color this time. Maybe like this, a bit darker. And the right one we just set to white. There we go. Okay, and then I move this over here. We can still move it around later on. Doesn't matter too much. The next thing we want to do, and that's pretty important, is to click down here on this little wrench where it says blend ranges. Click on that. And from the underlying composition ranges, we want to pull down the left point and then pull it to the middle, because we just want to influence the brighter and medium parts of the picture, not the darker parts. Just put it somewhere where we think, okay, this looks good. There we go. We can still move this around. You see, this gives a different kind of influence. So this influence is basically, it gives kind of more of a red value to some parts of the picture. There we go. I think this looks good. We can still go down here to the curves, because this is a bit too much white, but it's up to your taste what you want to have in your picture. Let's pull this down a bit. This looks kind of good. What is if we pull this up? You can play around with this. So this is where your own taste comes into the mix. The next thing that you can do, and be a bit careful with that, click on the layer that we created with the effect, this one here with the picture, and you can take your smudge brush tool over here and set it to go to brushes up here to the brush selection, select the paint brush and choose one. Maybe this one is good, or this one. And with this, you can go into the picture and smudge it a little bit. Maybe save it before so nothing can go wrong. If you need to go back. So, and you can see, you can just go in here. Whoa, that was way too much. Let's set the strength lower. Maybe take another brush, maybe this one. We can smudge it just a little bit. So we get some strokes in here, like a stroke feeling, you know? So this will give also the opportunity to maybe have some strokes that look like they follow the structure of the picture, so it looks more like a painting, but don't overdo it, just a little bit, just on some points. The rest is good enough. And as you can see, this very much looks like a painting. It's a very easy, nice effect to do. The last part that we want to do is, as you can see here, this is kind of an extra trick I'm going to show you. We have this side here which the picture doesn't fill, but we want to have a different format. So just go up here to edit, copy flattened, and then paste it in again. So it's all pixel. I will pull this up to the highest layer. And we'll just select it, very easy. Don't take any of the part of the hand. We make a selection like this. Then click the move tool, and now you can just stretch the right part. You see? It's just stretching inside of the selection, and thus we can fill the background with pixels, and now we have all of the painting in 16:9 filled. This was the tutorial. It's very easy, very fun, and you can see it looks like an oil painting, especially when you go closer to it, so it's better working with big subjects, big elements in the picture. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more of my videos, think about subscribing and liking the video, and I will do a new video every 2 to 3 days. You can also support me on Patreon if you want, where you have some extra benefit. For example, you get the original file with all of the layers, and also you can talk to me, we can chat about things, you can get feedback from me for your work. So it's a really good idea. It's just $1 per month at the moment because it's an early supporter program. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video. Bye.